This is level O, list 1, and we're doing the day 1 page. And here we've got the long O sound, and it's just an O. And then down the bottom we've got the BE, and the E is making its long vowel sound. So it's B, it's a prefix B that we've added to those roots or base words. So let's colour in the O in omen, omit, token, hotel, moment. And then we're changing to a different colour for B, BE, beyond, betray, berate, become, beginning. Okay, let's choose another colour and we'll go through and highlight some of the other things we can see happening in these words. So omen, that's quite easy. Omit, you can just sound those. Token, tend to give that a schwat sound at the end, but you've got to know it's en. Hotel, you've got the el on the end there. Moment, you can sound that one out. Beyond, you can sound it. Betray, you've got this ay representation of the long a sound, so we often use ay at the end of a base word. Berate, we're using the E to make that previous A make a long sound. Become, now this is a lazy monk word where they would have written that with a U, but because people couldn't read the words and it was very hard for them to write the word become with a U with all those up and down strokes, they decided to change the U to an O to make it easier for them to write it with a quill, and also for people who are reading it, it would make it much easier for them to read this than to read that with all those up and down strokes in it. And beginning, now you've got a short vowel sound here in the it, so that's telling us we need to double that consonant there, and then we're adding the ing on the end. Now just be aware we've got a couple of tricky past tense one. Become would become became as a past tense version, and began would be the past tense of begin. So you actually they're irregular ones, so just be aware of those. Okay, I think that's all that's in those words. If you're breaking them up into their syllables, then you're going to have to break them after the long vowel sound, because we've got the O's here and we've got the BE's down here. Now, what do these words mean? Well, an omen, it's usually something that indicates something's going to happen. So if people see a black cat, they might think something bad is going to happen, but it could be that something good or bad is going to happen. So there are good omens as well. Omit means to leave something out or someone out. Token is a thing that represents something else. A hotel is a place, a building where travellers can stay, and they also offer meals usually. A moment is a short period of time. Beyond means past something. Betray is when you go against someone. To berate is when someone's told off. Become means to develop into something, and the beginning is the start of something. Okay, let's go through then and have a look at reading, sounding, spelling, covering and writing those words. So if we're breaking these words up into syllables, let's have a look at omen. We're going to break it after that long vowel sound, omen. So if we're going to sound it, we go omen, 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 O-M-E-N, O-M-E-N, O-M-E-N. Then we'll get our little bit of paper to cover it with. And let's try writing these ones. It's a good opportunity for you to practice your writing. Omen. Quite a nice one to write with all those strokes. Much easier with a pen or a pencil than it will be with a quill. So you can go through that process and finish that off within your groups. This is level O, list 1, and we're doing the day 2 page, and our words are omen, omit, token, hotel, moment, beyond, betray, berate, become, beginning. So you can see this is making the O is making a long O sound in these words, and here we've got the BE as a prefix for all of these words. So let's go through and read it, sound it, spell it, write it. So we've got omen, O-men, we can break it up into syllables, O-M-E-N, and then write it. And you can practice your running writing once again for this one. Okay, you can finish the rest of those on your own. Then here you have to write a list word that means to tell off. So let's have a look at what some of these words mean. Omen is a sign or an indication that something might happen. Omit is when you leave something out. A token is a voucher for something. It might be a paper voucher or a material voucher like a coin or something that you put into a machine at Time Zone or wherever. A hotel is a place that supplies accommodation and meals to people. A moment is like a second in time, a very short period of time. Beyond is far away. Betray is when someone goes against something. Berate is when someone growls at you. Become is to change into something. And the beginning is the start of something. So to tell off, of course, would be berate, so you have to write that in there. Now, prefix be, to surround, these are the meanings: to surround completely, to affect completely, to consider as or cause to be. So we've got bemuse, bedazzle and befriend as examples for those. So plurals are quite easy, a token or several tokens. You can finish those off. Down here we've got copy and fill in the gap with the list word. The rocket was set to go the furthest planet. You'll have to find a word up there that fits that sentence correctly and rewrite it on that line underneath. Write a list word to match the picture, and that's quite easy. You just have to label those pictures. Okay, that's right. This is level O, list 1, day 3, and our words are omen, omit, token, hotel, moment. You can hear the long O sound in each of those. And then we've got the prefix be, be, where the E is making its long sound at the end of that syllable. So we've got beyond, betray, berate, become, beginning. We've talked about those word meanings for a couple of days. So today we'll go straight into looking at the extra things in them. We've got the n at the end of token. After a short vowel sound, you know you must use just a K. Just be careful, you've got the EL on the end of hotel, which is not common. Beyond, you can just sound that. Betray, you've got the AY at the end there. Berate, you've got the E making the A make a long sound. Become is a lazy monk word where they decide to change the U to an O to make it easier to read and write. Beginning, now you've got a long vowel sound there, so you've only got one G. You've got a short vowel sound in the I, so you've got a double N, a double consonant after the short vowel sound, one consonant after the long vowel sound, and on the end you've got the ing. So let's go back and read the words, sound the words, spell them and write them. So we've got omen. We're going to split that into 2 syllables after that long vowel sound. So the first syllable will be open, second syllable will be closed with that short vowel followed by a consonant. So O-M-E-E-N, O, smile to the M, do 2 hills, up for your E, handle for the N, and then a hill tick off. Just go back and make sure that you've spelt it correctly. You can finish those on your own. Combine with the list word. So we're looking for word pairs here. So what will go with lobby, hope, gift, bad? You've got to use your list words. Now down here we've got add to these base words to make new words. So it's base words plus. So you could have quite a few words with the base word moment. Begin, you've got only 3 there, hotel only a couple. So get 2 and you might be able to work together to work out all of those missing words. Verb families, you've got the base word, here you're adding the S, here you're adding the ing, and here you're adding the ed, unless it's an irregular verb where you're not adding the ed, you're changing that vowel from become to became. So you're changing the O to an A. Now you know that if you have a vowel before the Y, you're not going to change the Y to an I. So betrays, you're going to leave the AY in, and betrayed, you're going to leave the AY before you add the ED. You're not going to change the base word. Find the small words in these ones, and there's only 2 for each of these, or beginning you've got to find 4 little words hidden inside that. You can't change the order of the letters. They must be consecutive letters. So you couldn't have use those letters to make up a different word. They have to be in sequence. Complete the sentences using a list word extension. So the robber something his gang when he informed the police of their plans. Now here you have to work out whether you need the missing word to be a noun, a verb, an adjective or an adverb to get the ending correct. The words are from up here, but you may have to change the ending to make the word into a different form to make it fit within that sentence and sound right. This is level O, list 1, and we're doing the day 4 page, and this is on dependent clauses. So a dependent clause is not a complete sentence and does not express a complete thought. It cannot stand on its own because it is dependent. So you have to add a comma before you join it to an independent clause. So an independent clause is a complete sentence, it is a complete thought. So first of all, it says fill in the gaps. So you've got these list words to fill in these gaps with. So you've got hotel, berated, moment, began, omitted, omen, beyond, open, betrayed and token. So as he left, you're going to work out which of those words best fits into each sentence, and then you have to finish the sentence off with an independent clause. And the commas have already been put in for you after the dependent clauses.
That was very quick.
I think that's all I had to say. I couldn't say go